Well, hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday. So this is going to be a very laid-back video. I thought maybe on Wednesdays I could just take a moment of sitting down and talking to you about struggles or victories or things that happened to me this week. A lot of people are busy on a Wednesday, and to be honest with you, it would be nice for me to have a little bit of a break in the middle of a week. I have a video every single day, and my videos are a lot of things that I am working on. And as I get older, I need to learn to adjust. First, I want to share with you the title of this video is, this was a rough week for my children. And I want to share with you what all has been going on in our lives, and then I'll go on to sharing with you some changes that I am finding in myself. Wow. Our oldest daughter went to the dentist and is having extensive work done. She has 3 of her wisdom teeth that she needs to have removed. She's also getting braces. She is the mother of 2 teenage daughters, and she's getting braces. And so it was a little bit something that she was not used to, because it's been a while since she's been to the dentist, and she's getting all these different teeth things done. Then our son had major dental oral surgery this week. It was extremely stressful because the doctors didn't know if they could do it without, putting him under anesthesia. He has never been under anesthesia before. Those of you who know me and know all the dental work that I had to go through, of an inherited situation with my teeth are infused to my jaw, and I had to have the jaw removed and all kinds of things through the years on my YouTube channel. Our son went to a similar thing. He had to have a tooth pulled, but he has very long roots that go to the jaw. The doctor had to do a lot of surgery and a lot of stitches, but I'm happy to announce that he is starting to finally feel better. We were really impressed because the doctor called him that night to make sure that he was all right, because there was a lot of bleeding, and then they called him the next day. So that was really nice to hear, in the medical field, a doctor calling back and finding out if everything was okay. But he was not feeling good. He had a lot of pain, and it was a lot for him. It was pretty traumatic. And then our daughter has some moles that she is getting removed, and that's something she inherited from me, because I have a lot of moles, and she's getting a lot of things done as far as skin. And so it just seemed like every one of our children this week had major things that they had to work on. And as a mother, it was very anxiety provoking for me, because I have anxiety and I worry a lot, but I did really well with it, and I did a lot of praying, and everything is well. I think that there has been a big shift in my life, and I wanted to share that a little bit with all of you. I am the person that was always on the go. Ever since I was a little girl, I was always on the go, always doing a lot of work. I was always able to do just whatever I wanted to do and not get tired and not be overwhelmed. Ever since January, I am noticing that I get very overwhelmed very easy. And it has become apparent to me that I need to just go on this journey of slow living. And not just slow living, but slow living. And that is just, when I work at the things that I have to work on, that I am slowing down, and that I am taking my time, and I'm not rushing through my day. And that is something that has been very difficult for me to overcome and to work through. And so I do have to have a video out every single day, because we live off of YouTube. And if I don't have a video every single day, that day I don't get paid. And we live on the amount of money that we get, because it's not very much. So what I am doing is I'm learning that I cannot do the things that I used to do when I first had my YouTube channel. And what is that? Well, I used to do mega canning, like mega, like 80 quarts of food a day, and I used to run around and dumpster dive, and I just can't do any of that. And so with my age, I'm just learning that I have to take it easy and just slower my life. I have such a hunger for a slow way of living. I have such a deep desire to live on less and just have a life that is here at home. Case in point, I recently went to the new thrift store, and it was their open house. They had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there. I did not realize it was their open house. I got in there and it was wall to wall people. Just, you couldn't hardly walk. I was so overwhelmed, literally, physically, emotionally, mentally. I was so overwhelmed of all the people that I really didn't enjoy myself. I felt my heart racing. I felt claustrophobia. And that's not like me. You know, there is videos going around where people are saying, since I reached 55 or since I reached 60, I don't like being around people anymore. And everybody gets huge views on this. And I thought to myself, well, that's not me. I like people, and I do. I love people. But I'm noticing when I leave my home and go to big crowds and things like that, it overwhelms me. And I was just in there and I was saying, Teresa, you're all right. What is wrong with you? I was saying to myself, because it just was, I don't know what it was. It was something different for me. And I realized when we go through our different steps in life, there is different stages of our life, and we have to embrace that. And this stage of my life is, I have to have it simple. I cannot do the large amounts of videos like I did, and I can't be Superwoman. And I'm finding that I'm okay in that. I'm okay in learning that I have limitations and that I can't do it all in one day, but I can do it all in 2 days and in 3 days and in 4 days. My husband right now is busy edging our whole property. That means he takes a shovel around the whole property and edges it, so when he goes to mulch, he has a nice area to edge. We do that every 2 years. My husband said in previous years he could do all of it in 3 days. Now he can do all of it in 10 days. And so he's learning the same thing. He does a lot of work, he comes in and he rests, and then he goes back out and does a lot of work. And I'm noticing that in my videos. I will do a spurt of action and then I will rest. You don't know I'm resting because it's the same day, but I get back up and I do my work again. And it's just something that I think we all have to learn to a certain extent. And I know that I have limitations and I can do everything, but I can't do it all in one day. I can cook, I can clean, I can edit, I can make videos, I can live a fun, happy life, but I have to rest in between. And that is something that I am really learning to do. If I don't, I get myself so wound up and so tired, I can't sleep at night. My heart races, but it's not physical. The heart racing is all because of being overwhelmed, and because I have extensive tests to show for it. I know it's not a physical condition. It is a condition of being overwhelmed. And right now, in this stage of my life, I need to know that, okay, I can do this, I can do this, and I can do this. And so I will have some talking videos with all of you, and I think that my main supporters and viewers will watch these type of videos on Wednesdays or Fridays when they're not very big viewed days anyhow, because I want to share more intimate parts of my life and what's happening during the week that I don't film. You know, I didn't film my children having, surgery, and I didn't film, taking our daughter to the skin doctor, and I didn't film all that because it has to do with them and it's private. But I think that you would enjoy hearing about all the things that we did that week, and softball season is coming, and our granddaughters are really big into softball, and so I will be going away a lot and watching them play their games and their tournaments, and summer is coming along, and that means I need to learn to pace myself during the day. When I cut back on my second line of income, you know, it was real hard, because when you're used to a certain amount of income, then you have to cut back. You lose that income. And so I had to adjust with that. And with YouTube, you know, you never know what YouTube is going to do from one day to the next. But I can't live in that fear of trying to outdo somebody else, or trying to do this or trying to do that to try to see if I can get people to watch me, because I just am being me. And I really had a clear desire starting January is really when I had this clear desire to be filming just my life as I get older. So when you first start watching me, that was 8 years ago, and I was in my 40s, you know, and now I'm 55, you know, and so there's a big difference between the 40s and the mid 50s, huge difference. And I'm working on my health, and that means that means awareness of everything. That means awareness of my mental health, spiritual health, not just physical health. And it is really making a difference. I am really happy, but it is a learning experience, that's for sure. So thank you guys for watching today and listening a little bit about me, and maybe you can give me some advice. I don't have a mother anymore. My mother's in heaven. Both my mothers are in heaven, my birth mother and my adopted mother, and no grandmas, and I don't really have anybody else to relate to. It's just me and all of you. Did you find out when you were 55 or in your 50s that things overwhelmed you a little more? Did you find yourself getting a little more tired each day? What are things that helped you out? I like to go all natural, going through all this menopause, and I have, and I really am glad that so far I'm able to do that, because I'm really relying on more trying to eat healthier and just learning. Really, for me, it's emotional and mental. That's what it is for me. The emotional part, yay! I've conquered a lot. I'm like 90% like there to where I want to be. I am not super sensitive anymore. But the whole mental part of it is the whole anxiety and that kind of thing. And I learned if I pace myself, my anxiety is so much better. And I'm going to be sharing with you on Friday an email I got. And this email has changed me dramatically with what she said.